It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Wednesday, moving our way through the week, making progress, and got a lot of news to tell you about today, so let's get started.
All right, a 2-year-old who was the focus of an Amber Alert yesterday afternoon is now safe, and her parents are in custody. They were picked up in Polk County after a brief chase there, but had gone missing from Springfield. Aruka Gannis disappeared at Wonders of Wildlife with her non-custodial parents, Frank Gannis and Arisha Caldwell. Cameras there caught them leaving Bass Pro Wonders of Wildlife with a little girl, and they weren't supposed to be. Now, typically, you might know an Amber Alert won't go out for a parental abduction unless they have reason to believe the child could be in danger. And in this case, it took a little while for the alert to go out, but then they deemed it necessary because the dad, Gannis, has criminal history. He had charges at one point of kidnapping, endangering the welfare of a child, and unlawful use of a weapon. So they ended up sending out that Amber Alert, found them in Polk County. Both parents are in jail, and the child was not hurt. So good ending there. Yeah. The development we told you about that was planned for Commercial Street looks like will move forward. The Springfield City Council did approve it. The plan calls for 72 townhouses as well as mixed use and the renovation of the Missouri Hotel, along with the 7.5-acre site on Commercial Street.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So we'll see how that comes. It's going to be
the rendering of it, by the way, looks really good. Yeah. Now I know it's got to be kept up and taken care of, but the rendering looks really great.
Okay. Meanwhile, near there, the Jefferson Avenue footbridge on Commercial Street will be repaired, but maybe not as quickly as expected. The city just extended the time frame for contractors to submit bids to work on the project, but just by 2 weeks or so. That pedestrian bridge over 13 sets of railroad tracks was closed 8 years ago, deemed unsafe. The state of Missouri has now allotted $8 million for it to be fixed. That's the process they're in now, finding the contractor to fix it. The footbridge was originally built back in 1902.
Yes.
30 citizens of Springfield now sit on a commission to make recommendations about how to fund the city's police and fire pension. The current tax that funds it will expire in March of next year. That raises about $45 million a year for that fund. The citizen committee just put together will consider a new tax to replace the expiring one to continue to fund the pension system. So we'll see what they come up with. They have, I think, 6 months to come up with something first. The state of Missouri, meanwhile, is joining 6 other states in suing the Biden administration's Department of Education, claiming it is costing taxpayers nearly $500 billion. At issue is whether the president has the constitutional authority to unilaterally cancel student loan debt for millions of Americans without permission from the Congress. The lawsuit claims he does not have that authority. The U.S. Supreme Court struck down a similar plan by the president, you may recall, last year. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's interesting because I imagine that if it's costing Missouri $500 billion, then other states, I'm sure, are also piling in for that lawsuit.
Yeah, it's several states that are involved at this point, suing basically the same thing, making the same argument that the Supreme Court used to strike down the last attempt at this. Yeah.
All right. Today's the day. JOB Public House in downtown Springfield is reopening. Its opening is planned for 10 o'clock on East Walnut Street. The bar and restaurant will offer some of the food specialties from the JOB and grad school's old school menu. The new owners of JOB also operate Civil Kitchen, Finnegan's Wake, Tinga Tacos, and the Mud Lounge.
Yeah, that's cool. More places to eat. I love it.
I know. I hope to keep all of them in business. Just keep on eating my way through life.
Well, we got a coffee shop that's in trouble here.
No, this is not what I like to hear, but yes, the Classic Rock coffee shop in downtown is closing its doors. April 26th is the last day for the West Walnut location. That location was a franchise that came out of the flagship store on Sunset and Kansas Expressway. Now, I have limited experience with Classic Rock, but anytime I've gone to the one on Sunset, it has been busy with business, but
Yeah.
I haven't ever been to the one on West Walnut.
I hadn't either.
Problem, right?
Wasn't in that area a lot, but some business owners uh, bought that location as a franchise, and it was just the timing of COVID hurt them considerably because nobody was out and about for a while, and I think they just couldn't recover. So I hate to see that because we're fans of coffee shops in general, and we do like classic rock. Well, we talked about this, the eclipse. I was planning to keep my eclipse glasses for the next eclipse, so I'd be ready to go in 2045 when the next one rolled around in our
Hey,
area.
by the way, it's 2044.
No,
It's 2044.
well, the 25 is the next coast to coast major solar total solar eclipse, like the one whatever day earlier this week. The
Okay.
next one of those is 2045. There's one in 2044, but it's not as impressive.
Okay. Because I just was watching a story on CBS, like network news, and they said that there will be one back to back in 2044 and 2045.
Right.
But
the
yes,
one
different. One is not as cool as the other. Okay. I got
Right.
you. I got you.
The one this week was unique in that it went all the way across the country and a bunch of people could see it. That's the one in 2045. The
Okay.
2044 will only be seen by some people.
Okay. So you're holding on to your glasses. Okay,
Anyway,
I'm
I
tracking.
was
I'm
going to hold on
tracking.
to my glasses so I'd have to buy new ones in 2045 or
Of course.
44, but we won't see it in 44. But I just heard about a better way to utilize the glasses, maybe get some more use out of them, not just for me. And, I like to help people. So I think I'm going to send them to the Kiwanis Club in Lebanon because they are collecting a bunch of eclipse glasses. You can send yours in there too. Don't throw them away. And then they're going to send those glasses to kids in Latin America so they can experience the eclipse in totality and enjoy it fully and completely. They have one coming up in October.
Ah.
So the Kiwanis Club, great thinking. They're going to box all the glasses up and ship them down to Latin America so the kids can enjoy the eclipse. They'll be accepting eclipse glasses for the next couple of weeks at the Lebanon Kiwanis Club.
So you're going to send yours there
I'm going to mail
instead
them.
of holding on to them.
Instead of holding on to them for the next 21 years.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Sounds
thought
like
I'll
a
just
plan.
ship them to some kids and then I'll bite the bullet 21 years from now.
And we owe the Kiwanis Club, by the way, because they were the ones who told us that our oldest daughter, when she was like 2, could not see properly out of one of her eyes.
Needed glasses.
We didn't know because
They
she
did a
never
test.
tripped. She never had headaches. She never missed stairs. There was all these things that she didn't do that we thought that you would do if you, in fact, could not see. But she did not.
As parents, it was our first child. It never even crossed our mind that she may have vision problems because neither of us do. And so vision problems didn't even cross our mind. But they did a test and they told us. So, yeah, it was great.
To which I replied, I think you're wrong, but I respect you. And so I will take her to her pediatrician. And then I had to call and eat humble pie and say, you were right. And I'm really sorry for thinking that you were wrong. But anyway, so thank you to the Kiwanis Club. And now you owe them. You can send mine too, sir. Oh, wait a minute. I've already thrown them away before I knew. Yes, I don't like to hold on to things, but
well, yeah, it bites you, didn't it?
I didn't know. So I wish that I would have. All right, this is you, sir. You seem distracted now. Ready, set, go.
Yeah, I am. I'm checking something real fast.
I'll take it from here. The youth turkey hunt was a good one this year. In fact, it was the most successful in 7 years, the turkey hunt. Hunters harvested more than 3,700 turkeys in 2 days. That's good. That beat the total going back to 2018 by at least 1,000. The regular spring turkey season is set for April 15th through May 5th. And I will tell you, I rode my bike a couple days ago when we had like a really nice afternoon, and I was going down a hill in Christian County and came across a bunch of turkeys. So
Oh,
I know
yeah?
where to find them. I know where to find them. Yep.
Yeah, every time we go out to soccer practice out by the airport at, Sportstown, there are the other day we were driving by, and I think there were 16 out there.
Yeah, there were a ton the other day in Christian County going down this big hill. And it reminded me of the time that I was riding my bicycle with my friend Kip, and he got hit by a deer. He did not hit a deer hit him on his bike. So now when I see wildlife and I'm going like 28 miles per hour, I'm like, watch out for the turkey or deer or whatever may be there. So,
Hey, real quick, by the way, what I was looking up, it's the Lions Club that does eye tests. It's not the Kiwanis Club. I thought that was the case, but
really?
you seemed confident. But I looked it up. The Lions Club does eye tests for kids. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you looked it up. I will
Kiwanis
not get onto
the
you
Kiwanis
now.
Club does
Now I will not get onto you for being distracted. It was for good reason. I stand
Yeah.
corrected again. It's fine.
Again, the Kiwanis Club does great work, but the Lions Club does eye tests.
Keyword being again. Keyword being again. All right, the Springfield Symphony Orchestra is working with the St. Louis Ballet to present not Beauty and the Beast, the Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty. It will be one night only, May 11th at 7:30 at Juanita K. Hammonds Hall for the Performing Arts. You can get tickets on the Springfield Symphony Orchestra website. Last year, the Springfield Symphony teamed up with the St. Louis Ballet for Swan Lake. Perhaps you remember that. Tomorrow night is Habitat for Humanity's 19th annual Tool Belts and Bow Ties Gala as well. It will be at the Oasis Convention Center. So more information and tickets on that at tbbtgala.org. So 2 different events, both of them going to be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Also this weekend, Evangel is presenting the musical Fiddler on the Roof. Classic play is on stage Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then again next Tuesday. So you can contact Evangel for ticket information. The classic Fiddler on the Roof.
And then before we go, we want to tell you about a Jeep run that's coming up. Ethan still has his 1990 Jeep Wrangler.
95.
I'm sorry, 95. I stand corrected again. 1995 Jeep Wrangler, although the tires are not quite big enough perhaps for a Jeep run.
That's true.
But there is one coming up in the Marshfield area to help. It's out in rural Webster County. So it's going to help Zuzu's House, which is a shelter for homeless girls anywhere between the ages of 17 and 21. And they do great work. They say that it is quite expensive to run that type of shelter, which they are finding is much needed.
Yeah.
But they are going to have a Jeep run to try to raise some money, offset the cost. And you can find out more information at zuzushouse.com. And that is spelled Zuzus, like Zuzu's house.com. So check it out.
Cool. Yeah, I love that. Jeep, the Jeep community is a super charitable and kind community. They love to do things together. Those Jeeps runs are always fun. So I hope it does a great job in raising money for them, because you're right. That type of shelter, crisis type shelter, is sadly really needed in our day and age. So the more help we can get those girls, the better.
Yeah, there's house parents there 24/7. So you can imagine the manpower and the money that it would take to run such an operation. And we will have more information on it. But they just want to get it. Like you said, it's a loyal club of people who drive Jeeps. And so they want that date on your calendar, April 27th. So
yeah, and I would say that you don't have to have a souped up Jeep that's jacked up high. A regular Jeep will get you by for most of it, and it's really just the camaraderie of being out and spending the day Jeeping. So it's fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that's it. We got through a bunch of weekend events, and it's only Wednesday, so there's lots going on this weekend, and 'tis the season, right? It's spring. It's nice, and
so people can plan. They can make plans to get out and enjoy the weekend.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Stay tuned. Abby Dyer is up in 30 seconds.
All right. See you.